G'day, punters. Welcome to another edition of the Group 1 Guns. We're going to get straight in. Obviously, we've got Mark and Ads here from the Race Club. Boys, straight into it. The Doomben 10,000. Well, it's not going to be a Doomben. It's been relocated to Eagle Farm because the Brisbane weather is just horrendous, getting a bit what Sydney had about a month ago. Look, it's the Sprinters highlight the first Group 1 of the Brisbane Carnival. Now, all the buzz is around the Snowden Camps Marzu. Now, they're saying it's the next Red Zell. I mean, that's a fair rap, boys, but it has strung 4 wins on the trot since being gelded. I'll go to you first, Mark. Where are you leaning in this?
Yeah, I'm with Mizzou, Fletch. I think the speed's pretty good with Rothfire. I expect he leads and keeps him running along. Zoostar probably sits outside him, and then Mizzou probably just tags up behind them is what I expect. It's certainly out of my jurisdiction, the Queensland racing, but I tried to get Mizzou beat, and I looked pretty hard and I couldn't. I think it sets up really well for him, and he's clearly the horse to beat.
100 on the nose?
100 on. That's it, Fletch.
Let's go to Ads. And Ads, well done last week, tipping Rustic Steel. You're back, brother.
Mate, I'm back. I was happy with the Lees camp. I was a bit nervous at the last little bit, but the track was playing how we wanted it to play and got the value bet home, but didn't go so well down in my hometown. I Snap Dancer really dictated and gifted, in my opinion. But anyway, we're on to the Doomben 10,000 at Eagle Farm, and I just don't know how that track, I mean, it always copes really well with the rain. So are we going to be on a really heavy affected track, or are we going to be, in the soft range? I'm not 100% sure. So we'll play the affected track, but I'm going with Zoo style. So I'm going against Marzu. I've been a big fan of Marzu, and the figures have been always progressing and then got up to Group 1 level and still showed that, hasn't reached the ceiling yet. And I see the announcements have come out that it's Everest slot for the next 2 years. So that's a pretty big call. So there's obviously big raps on the horse, and we can see that through what the horse has done over the last this season. But I'm with Zoostar. I thought the first up run was quite good and it was just clicking into gear over 1,000 metres, and second up here, I think slides across outside Rothfire, possibly tucks in. The only query I have, it can be a touch tardy away, so if it is, it might get caught wanting out wide. But I just think at the odds, I think it's around $14 at the moment. So I'm going to go with Zoostar, $50 each way.
Well, we haven't agreed at all here because I'm going for Isotope. If it was a dry track, you would think that it'd be favourite, but unbeaten in the soft. So that's the question: how affected is this track going to be? It's unbeaten at this track and this trip, so I'm going to go $50 each way on Isotope. Shout out to Triple T too; that's his favourite horse. All right, let's go to the South Australian Derby over 2,500 metres. 500 Ks up for grab. That's a lot of money down there in South Australia, isn't it? 500K. What could I buy for 500,000 in Adelaide?
That's big money. That would get you probably a beach house in the equivalent of Bondi down in Adelaide here. So it is big money, and it's not money I've got, and especially after what we chatted about in the crypto world.
Well, get away from that habit and you'll have some money. Okay, so for the 3-year-olds, the Godolphin Allegron has been crunched into favouritism, gentlemen, with a favourable draw. But Mar Eustace camp, very confident with Detonator Jack. They're saying that it's his race to lose. So, Ads, home game for you. So, 2 questions. A, are you going out to the track? And B, where's your 100 going?
I won't be going out to the track. I'd like to. It's only around the corner, but kids have got me wrapped up for the day there. So I'll just be, toddling around home. But I will be tuning in, and I'm with Mar Eustace. They've got a spruik on it, and I think it is the horse to beat. The barrier, not such a big issue, I don't think. I think they'll all sort of slot in. Over a trip they can sort of find their spot. I don't think it's going to be any hard luck stories there. So I'm with Detonator Jack off of that last start win. It's unbeaten, and I think, I just think Johnny Allen will just get in a rhythm somewhere and get going early and finish off. I know it's only coming out of benchmark grade, and a couple of these others bring stronger form lines like Allegron through the St. Ledger. Ollie's going to have to give a very similar steer to have it win like it did last start. But the other one I wanted to touch on was Yafet or Yafet. I think that's the way you say it. I think that's going to be back, and it's going to be back with the other dangers. But it did finish off really, really well last start. And getting out to this trip just looks like it profiles really well for it. And I'm quite keen at the odds. So I've got Detonator Jack, and then I want to have something on Yaphet as well. And I wanted to mention Water into Wine. I think that's a smoky that you want your quaddie. But the way I'll play it is have 80 on Detonator Jack and $20 on Yaphet.
All right. Mark, you're looking very Wolverine-y there. I'm very impressed with your new look.
Oh, thanks, Fletch. Yeah, the missus isn't so happy, mate. I think I need a Nick Cave soon, but we'll work on that at a later date. Right, the Derby, I actually see it very similar to Adam. Detonator Jack is on the upward spiral. He's 10 foot. The sections he can run over the distances he's racing over a top shelf. He obviously has to step up from benchmark level, but he's given every indication that he can do that. He's a pretty exciting staying prospect, I think. I guess a little query, it's all in his first prep. It's a big ask to sort of go from a maiden win at Bendigo through to a Group 1. But if there's a stable who can do it, it's Mar Eustace. There's no doubt about that. And I like your Fed as well. As Adam touched on, he was slaughtered last week. Fletch actually had something on him at Caulfield, and I think Jordan might want his time again, if I'm being really honest. He worked home well from the back, but the way the track was playing, he was given 0. So he does profile really well. Like the backup, he's the only horse on a backup in the race. I think he's going to run a big race. So I'm going to have 80 on Detonator Jack Fletch, but 20 on your Fed. I think he's about $18, $20. I think he's a live hope.
All right, boys, we're all in agreement here. I'm going $100 on the Mar Eustace Johnny Allen combo. He's the king of the South Australian Derby. So 100 for me. Gentlemen, that's all we have time for. Thank you for joining us. Good luck, punters, and we will see you next week.